let's take a look at this interaction that you had with Chris Cuomo so we can engage in some fun
Sure.
media analysis.
The man accused of assassinating United Healthcare CEO is a terrorist, says New York authorities. The official charge,
Sure.
first-degree murder in furtherance of terrorism. On social media, there is a groundswell of support for this guy, but more importantly, for what he did. Why? Let's get the answer from one of them. Jamie Peck joins us now.
To call this an act of terrorism is an insult to the intelligence of the American people. Terrorism is something designed to strike fear into the hearts of non-combatant civilians, right? The general population. Nobody but a tiny class of CEOs has been made to live in fear by Luigi's actions, but nearly everybody knows what it's like to live in fear of having a necessary medical claim denied. On the subject of terrorism, nearly 3,000 Americans lost their lives on 9/11. An estimated 190,000 people are murdered each year by our broken healthcare system. That is the equivalent of 52 9/11s worth of deaths every year. So I got to ask, who is the more prolific terrorist in this equation?
Good question. Anything you wish you had said to him that you didn't get to say?
Yeah, I mean, this country was literally founded on violence and is continually maintained by violence, which is generally directed from the top down, right? It's very rare that you see violence coming from the bottom up, but I do think that's an inevitable fact, especially when one of the great injustices of our time has been completely unaddressed by either of the major parties.
The whole conversation of talking about violence reminds me a little bit of when people talk about Hamas and Israel and terrorism, and they say that Hamas is a terrorist organization. Unless they're prepared to call out the infinitely greater terrorism committed by Israel, they just have absolutely no leg to stand on.